Hi, welcome to the Gen AI Mastery course. The goal of this course is to take you from a beginner Gen AI user to an expert Gen AI user in 7 sessions. My name is Lucky from Gen-Corp, and I will be your trainer in this course. Let's dive in. As usual, the course is heavy on responsible way to use generative AI tools. So at the end, we normally have how that very session can be done responsibly and irresponsibly using Gen AI. Irresponsible Gen AI doesn't mean the person is irresponsible. It's just how they've used the Gen AI. And something might seem responsible, but when you consider other stakeholders, their own positions, it quickly becomes irresponsible. When you look at the definition of responsible generative AI usage, focusing on usage, okay, you will see there's a lot of emphasis on ensuring that all stakeholders are looked after. You're fair to all stakeholders. Their interests are considered, and that's where this comes from. What do I mean by that? Is personalizing Gen AI content. When you personalize the content instead of using them generically, then you're going toward the responsible side. You're not just sending the message the way it is. The cultural issues from that message would have affected the relationship from the beginning. But when you personalize it to the Japanese executive, you've done something responsible. Sometimes a lot gets deleted because of the prompt. That's why you have to be explicit in terms of prompting, intent preservation. What you need to be preserved, you need to be specific about it. The third one, the cultural blindness, which is the main part of this session that we've covered, is trying to be responsible. You have to check things around. But the steps that we've given you that I use, the step that I used just now to translate the English or the US email to a Japanese one, the expert step, that works most of the time. If the final message that you're sending is in English, that way you can acculturate the message, even though it's in English, but it fits that culture more than your own culture. That way it's responsible. Like I said, the last step of then taking that English version and converting it to the language of that culture, it's a bit tricky because there are things to consider. If not, you still have to do some prompting, which I've said before. And the last part that says overcompression, again, is missing out good information because you've compressed it. So you've used generative AI to compress information, but you've missed that. So the goal here is to capture the vital information. However long it takes to capture the vital information, that's what you need to do. So if it's a 50-page transcript, well, to capture the vital information will take 10 pages. Then you go for the 10 pages. That's the responsible thing. If you have 50 pages of a transcript and you want to compress it, you need to get out the vital information from it. If the vital information takes 10 pages of the 50 pages, then that's what you do because that's the main thing. The goal is not to reduce 50 pages to 2 pages or 5 pages. Then things will be lost. So focus on what's vital, what are the vital details that shouldn't be left out. As much as you have that, no matter how long it takes, then you've done a responsible sort of compression using generative AI. These are some of the things that you have to consider when it comes to responsible generative AI in this session. But thank you very much for staying to the end of this session, and I'll see you in the next session. Have a good day. Thank you.